thinking person's thriller in directions perhaps Belle didn't intend. This is one of those kinds of books that I really like because it tells a kick-ass suspense, thriller tale, and if that's all you want, there you go. But just below the surface, it also makes some points that in all honesty, knowing Belle for several years now and seeing several of her political posts on social media, I honestly don't think she meant to make. As a surface-level thriller, this tale works quite well with both of its leads being American expats who find themselves connected to one part of Amsterdam's diamond trade when all hell begins to break loose. Even at this surface level, the amount of intrigue and suspense Belle manages to layer into this barely over 300-page tale is rather astonishing, really. Lesser authors likely wouldn't have been able to quite pull this off as effectively as she does, with the various corporate and familial relationships, motivations, and quandaries happening side by side and sometimes directly overlapping, whether or not anyone or everyone involved knows it is happening. On the deeper level, Belle makes clear that she does not like American gun culture, despite having lived in Atlanta for at least some time, the major metro area I grew up just outside of, where my grandfather was, so it was claimed, the most decorated World War II vet in his metro Atlanta county at the time of his death, because of his comfort and use of guns before and during that war asterisk. And while there are many who may be tempted to defenestrate the book over this, don't. She doesn't actually get preachy at any point about it, though various Americans and their guns comments are made more than once and by more than one character. Which is perhaps fitting given the Dutch setting of the novel. But it actually goes well beyond this, getting subversive to many real-world political positions, because one major subplot revolves around a particular technology which I'm intentionally being obtuse about in this review so as to avoid spoilers. Yet in showing just how easy this particular technology is to use, and even making a point at least as much as Americans and their guns, that using this tech itself isn't actually illegal even though possessing the results of the tech very much is, Belle actively destroys every single argument about owning the result of this tech while also making it clear that bans against the possession of the results of this tech are actively elitist and classist, as this tech isn't exactly dirt cheap. Though it is, seemingly, more common than this particular book shows. Thus, this thriller featuring several complex characters of nationalities on both sides of the Atlantic works both with one's brain in just entertain me mode and in I want something to ponder after reading this book mode, while still retaining its primary purpose of more straightforward entertainment. Which is always a nice to see. Very much recommended.